Okay, evening everyone. Welcome to the Tuesday, September 16th, 2025 Curriculum Committee meeting of the Radnor Township School District. We're a little shorthanded tonight, but we have our Board Vice President, Ms. Duffy, and Ms. Gerton here on our Curriculum Committee. And we welcome a new student rep, Jackson. Welcome. And we have Ms. Peterson, of course, Dr. Batchelor, and Mr. Bechtold. You'll notice a familiar face is not with us tonight, so now we have another familiar face sitting in as our board liaison for the curriculum committee, so welcome. All right, so we're just going to actually hand it back over to Mr. Bechtold for any administrative remarks.
All right, no administrative remarks this evening.
Okay, thanks. All right, any public comments? No? All right, so back over to you.
All right, thank you. So we'll go through these agenda items, 3.01 to 3.05. The first item that we have is a new club at the high school. It's the STEM Outreach Club. We had students that were interested in garnering interest in STEM, specifically engineering, so they partnered with Mr. Eagles, who's one of our Project Lead the Way teachers, to go and get the word out and get other students excited about that, so we're really excited about that opportunity. We do have an affiliation agreement with Liberty University. This is for us to be able to have student teachers and junior block teachers. Whenever we get these type of requests, our Human Resources Department works with our solicitor to review them, and so we are bringing this forward and being asked that this moves forward to the full board for approval. We have a overnight student trip. This is our yearly color guard trip. They go back and forth between here and Orlando, and so planning ahead, this will not take place until April, but just to get the ball rolling, we've got a lot of students that really enjoy this trip, and it's a lot of great learning experiences for them. We have a book adoption, and this is for 9th grade integrated class at the high school. The book is called Educated. We are actually going to ask that this book is not going to be moved forward until October. We want to provide the board the opportunity to review this. So this is the first blush at saying, hey, we're looking at this book. It will be available for board members to review in the superintendent's office for the next month. And then we would ask that this would be approved at the October meeting after the board had an opportunity to review this. And lastly, for the housekeeping items, we have 2 exceptionally generous donations. You know, Radnor's super fortunate that we have a lot of people that really care about students and their experience here. So the Radnor Educational Foundation is estimating $100,000 that they're going to give to our students in our schools this year. And so we're very fortunate to have them working on behalf of our students and teachers to make this a great place. And then we also have a donor in the community, Mr. Jeffrey Batt, who is looking to provide a donation to provide after-school busing for students to participate in extracurricular activities and clubs, and also help support students that may be struggling financially to participate in those things. So very, very excited for both of these donations, and we'd ask that they be moved forward to the full board.
Excellent.
And I'll mention the after-school activities bus. We're planning for it to start Monday at the high school. We're looking at a 4:30 bus run and a 5:30 bus run at the high school. And then we're looking October, I think it is 2nd, don't quote me on that date, but once clubs get up and running at the middle school. So we won't start till October till the middle school, once the after-school clubs begin at the middle school, and there'll be a 4:30 bus run at the middle school. We're going to ask our community and students to be patient. This is the first time we've ventured into after-school bus runs, and it will take a little bit of logistics, and I'm sure there will be some growing pains, but it's something that our principals have felt for the last couple of years could help with kids who are, participating in activities. Both parents are working or, getting rides home. So we're really excited about this donation to make this possible.
Can you just, again, what time is the bus after the high school?
So the high school is going to be 2 times. There's going to be a 4:30 run and a 5:30 run. So the 5:30 we anticipate would capture during the musical season and sports, that practices that go late. And then the 4:30 run will support any of the after-school tutoring, activities, clubs that are meeting. And as I said, the high school will start, we're hoping it to start Monday. It's planning to start Monday, and the middle school won't start until October.
That's great. I was just at an ABC Better Chance House meeting, and they often are dealing with busing, they solicit volunteers for drivers, so I let them know, and they were really excited about that opportunity, so that's terrific.
Well, I'll just mention with this group here, because it might be good feedback, one of the challenges we have is, you don't know how many kids will show up each day, and where those students go, and our drivers are really good. We've done this before, where students will have to, as they get on the bus, say, here's my bus stop. It's not really their address as much as their bus stop is going to be critical, so the bus can know, and we can divide up and be able to drop them off. There is some talk about maybe we should just pick some locations in the community too that could help parents. It might be nice to have like an Ethan drop-off or a certain park. So we're going to do this by trial and error. We're going to try to develop it and see what makes the most sense, how it works. We'll see what our ridership is like, how many students are interested. I'm also excited that it may help with the traffic issues at the high school. We have a lot of traffic issues at the high school in the afternoon, and maybe it's fewer parents have to navigate the pickups there if there's more students using the activities bus.
Is there going to be a letter to the community?
Yes, there's going to be, starting this week, at both the back-to-school nights at the middle school and high school, now that it was just all finalized, there's going to be information going out this week.
Okay, Ms. Gurdon, did you have any?
No, good.
Okay. I just had a couple of, first of all, I just wanted to say thank you to Mr. Batt. We know each other, we're buddies, and I know that this is a very heartfelt and extremely thoughtful donation to the district, and just wonderful. So just wanted to say that. I did have just a somewhat of a concern, and this concern could be misplaced, but I was looking over some of our previous agreements, and the district, we make agreements for student teaching placements with all kinds of colleges and universities, regional, rural, urban, secular, religious, etc. I do wonder if there could be any conflict. This could be misplaced, but any conflict between the very, very religious orientation of Liberty University students in a secular public district. Now, I'm going to kind of push ahead and answer my own question here, which is that Liberty has a school of education, they have many students, and they are placed in many public schools throughout the country. So this is by no means unprecedented, but no, just having a limited amount of knowledge about Liberty, I'm a little concerned, and I'm wondering if that concern is shared or if that could be addressed. Let me be more precise, that it's simply a matter of, how students do their job and how they understand a separation of religious beliefs and attitudes and teaching. So it's just something that I thought I would bring up. Any comments or? No?
I would just, we could certainly, I could talk to you after the meeting and we can
Sure.
look into that. I will say, though, we have had many religious institutions before,
Yes.
and we've had student teachers from many different religious institutions. So it is not something that the administration, was concerned about as we looked at this program. And again, often these academic affiliations are student teaching related, and it's because somebody is in the area,
Right.
and looking to do the student teaching, obviously, in this area.
Okay, that's good context. All right, thank you. Any further comments on that? Okay, all right, thank you. Back to you, thank you.
All right. At this time, I'm going to call up Ms. Kelly Bourne, our assistant principal at Wayne Elementary School. We are very fortunate that Ms. Bourne came to us with a strong skill set in federal programs. She was an invaluable asset to us, the district this spring, as we navigated the federal programs audit, and she will be leading the charge on federal programs for the district. As you're aware, each year we're required to have board approval, so that way we can accept federal program monies as part of the grant process. And so Ms. Bourne will provide us a brief overview as to what we're going to be asking the full board to approve at the business meeting in September. So thank you, Ms. Bourne.
Thank you. So good afternoon. I just want to inform the board that I did go back after our pre-meeting and last year's federal programs allocations to determine if Radnor was experiencing a reduction in federal funding that has affected most districts in Pennsylvania. And so the answer is yes. Our combined allocations this year are $61,547 less than last year. And so in looking at the numbers, it's hitting our Title I. Title II, Title III, and Title IV are staying just about the same. Slight declines, but really the vast amount is hitting Title I. And so, as Dan said, our federal grants do not require board approval, but it has been customary to provide an overview in context as to the allocation of our federal funds. Our board documents include the full grant documents, but for the time, we'll review the summary. And so in Title I, for our RTSD allocation, we have our RTSD allocation in Title I. Those funds are going to be utilized for our Pathfinders program at Wayne Elementary School. That is the after-school program for those who are economically disadvantaged, and for our Title I math and Title I reading teachers. For the non-public allocation, we did see a huge decline in what is going to be given to St. Edmunds. And so this year, we're looking, and the formula is adjusted from federal. It's not anything that we would adjust. So the $4,261 they will be using to help offset the cost of speech services within their Camp Rainbow sessions. And so last year, that was $39,168 that was allocated to them. For Title II, we use these funds for supporting effective instruction. And the Title II is used for just really how we can develop our staff in line with the initiatives that we have for the district. And so for RTSD, for our allocation, part of that is for two conferences, one being a Hershey PBIS conference that's coming up. The middle school and the elementary school, Wayne Elementary, are PBIS schools. As we're moving further as a district into implementing MTSS, we want to understand how to really integrate these two programs together so it is a seamless approach of a Tier 1 support for students, but then what does Tier 2 and Tier 3 look like when we are reteaching behaviors? So we are looking to deepen our understanding of that. For Title II, our non-public allocations that we have, $31,962. Later this month, I will be meeting with the non-pubs to go over their funding, allow them an opportunity to meet me. Once we have that meeting with them and they sign their contracts, we get their paperwork, we will upload that into our grant and it will be ready for submission. Title III, we use that for supporting language instruction for our English language learners. And we use this for our summer camp, our ELD summer camp. And so currently right now, there's no money being allocated to our non-pubs. And then lastly, Title IV, student support and academic enrichment. There's a multitude of ways that we can use this. We did allocate this money for positive education. Just as we are moving along our belonging initiative and wanting to go further and looking at the mindsets and really making sure that the school experience for our scholars is one where they feel like they belong and that we are creating those cultures within our school. And so that consultant will work with each school as the leaders define for their scholars and teachers. And so with that, that is our title funding, our grant funding. Are there any questions regarding that?
Any questions? Okay, thank you.
All right, and so there is one more piece, our school-wide plan. That is something that you will be voting on next, I guess, the 30th. And so for Wayne Elementary School, we are a school-wide plan because because we receive Title I money, we are required to do our plan. You'll find the summary in your board documents. This plan was created through a stakeholder committee. We met internally, we met with parents, we garnered feedback from our families at the end of last year using a survey that was created by Dr. Marzano, Sarah Steiner, and myself. From that feedback from parents, we went back, we looked at our programming to make sure that it included what parents wanted. And then we also are taking the plan back after this meeting to the internal team just for another last look before you vote on it and we submit it. In essence, it focuses on MTSS, just really us strengthening what it means academically, social, emotionally, and looking at our career standards. So I'll pause if you have any questions about the plan. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bourne. Appreciate it.
I just want to say thank Mrs. Bourne for jumping in and helping. You were, when Dr. Dukevich was here, you were a part of the programming, and it took a big lead, and now with his absence, you've jumped in to make sure that we're taking care of everything, and we really appreciate. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, and the last agenda item that we have is the approval for request for student survey. Whenever we have outside surveys that we are looking to administer to our students, it requires board approval. Every other year, we administer the PACE survey to students in grades 6, 8, 10, and 12. We're tentatively slated to provide this on November 17th. We received the data in the spring, and we're looking to have a presentation either in May or in June to the curriculum committee, providing our data and our action items to the school board and the community. This is really an opportunity for us to look at risk-taking behaviors that our students are participating in. It helps to drive our student supports. And so this is something that we believe is very valuable. It's one piece of evidence that helps us make sure that we're meeting students' needs and meeting where they're at. Parents in the community will be notified about this. We have a letter that's prepared to go out after the board approves it. And they have the option to opt out if they choose that they don't want their children to participate in it. But we do believe that this is important, and so we're asking that that this moves forward to the full board for approval at the September business meeting.
Comments, questions?
Yeah, and you did say it's anonymous, right? Yes.
It is anonymous, that is correct.
And do we talk to the students before on like how important it is to accurately, respond and not treat this as maybe some might a joke,
And one of the things that PACE has done a really nice job with is, they have actually formulated the survey to catch students that are intentionally misrepresenting information. So this has been going on for many years. There's over 1 million students that have participated in it across the Commonwealth. This is specific to Pennsylvania, and so they've really done a fine job of fine-tuning this to make sure that students do take it seriously, and if they're not, that they're screened out.
And maybe a verbal reminder from teachers wouldn't hurt either. So, right.
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's funny. I work with youth and do surveys, and this is an issue, believe me. But like Mr. Bechtel said, there are ways to get around it. Thanks. All right. Well, I mean, my head's spinning here. I mean, this could be the belt of brevity of belt of brevities.
Jackson, don't get used to this.
I can
mean,
assure you, knowing next month's agenda, we will have a full meeting.
Yeah, so breathe it in, guys. Breathe it in to savor the moment. You know, victory is temporary, so I'm not going to spike the football. All right. So new business? All right. Finish line. Any more public comment? Any? Okay. And the dismount. Thank you.